Here is the hidden passage near Old Sam's racks. We are on the right course, Watson. Here is the hidden passage near Old Sam's racks. We are on the right course, Watson. Nothing of value there, Watson. Nothing of value there, Watson. Here is the hidden passage near Old Sam's racks. We are on the right course, Watson. Blood!
Here now, this is hardly reassuring.
Here is the hidden passage near Old Sam's racks. We are on the right course, Watson.
But what is this horror, Holmes? Where have you taken us?
Near the goal, Watson, near the goal. Watson, here is what will draw these reptiles in that direction and free the passage.
Much better. But let's hurry and get ourselves across before we become their next course.
Attention, Watson, we arrive. Stand ready.
Here now, this is hardly reassuring.
Watson, see what you can do for this poor man. His servant took a harsh and terrible revenge by letting him go to these wild men. As for the others, I'm afraid we are too late. I haven't examined everything yet. I haven't examined everything yet.
Pitiable and blind fools! Are you not aware of the Great One's arrival? Even now, his servants are coming across his kingdom, and the enlightened will give up their flesh to him. All will be present for his awakening. Do not fight the calling! Soon he will end his dreaming, and your world will be swallowed whole. Bow down and give thanks. You are the food of his new world.
I've got it, Holmes!
This sinister figure was also a cannibal. Bored by seafood, was he? A good number of people have been here, not long ago, and indeed not freely. What a strange book. I've never seen these idioms before. How perfect. It'll provide welcome diversion during our return voyage.
Holmes, help me to carry him to the boat. I really can't say if he will survive the voyage back.
By the devil, that'd be honest.
Indeed. Do you know someone who can be accommodating and tend to him?
You takes yourselves round and sees that little Lucy what lives on the boat.
I know where Lucy is. Please, help my friends to lift this poor man to the wharf, and I will go find Miss Lucy.
What can we do for you, my pretty one?
Dear madam, could you tell Lucy that we have found Mr. Anson, and tell her to hurry? This may be her last chance to see him while he still breathes.
Lucy! Lucy! Ah, here you are. This gentleman found your fella.
My God, can it be true?
Sure enough, as he say.
What have they done with you? Oh, my poor love.
He has lost his hand and is in deep shock, but with rest and tender care, he has a good chance to survive these injuries.
Oh, madam, please, please.
If I could have a moment, we found this sum of money, which is a large amount and belongs to Mr. Arnson. I think it is fair to entrust it to your care.
Well, this seems all right then.
I will take good care of you. You'll see, my love.
About Arnson's place, there was some disorder left there. If you could be a good man and set things right.
You can count on old Champagne for every little thing. Now that's a fact.
I can see our friend is in good hands. We better hurry, Watson. I see our ship is making ready to leave. Watson, I have told you several times now, I am not to be disturbed.
But Holmes, you have been locked inside your cabin for all of 4 days now. Outside, the sun is simply radiant, and the wind from the sea...
If you approach me, Watson, I will throw you out. Now, leave me.
Blast it all, Holmes! I am bored. I can't take these sailors' conversations for another minute.
We have an understanding, Watson, each to his purpose. I will look to the translation of the book. You are to study the figures written out by our young friend Davy. Now, get on with your task and leave me to mine.
But you know that these enigmas are not my strong point. Wouldn't you have some other task, which is better suited to my skills, Holmes?
Of course. You're a man of letters, after all. So, return to the bridge, take your trusted notebook, and apply your mind to editing this small writing.
Agreed. On what subject?
It is my monograph on the calculated trajectories of gull excretia. Good day, Watson. I see we have received a message, undoubtedly from my brother Mycroft. Strange. Here, read this, Watson.
Indeed, but the possession of such a treasure is an end in itself. Why the devil go through with such an elaborate masquerade?
Money is often the motive of the basest acts, but not in this case. These are deep waters indeed, Watson. These people follow some other dark purpose, so desperate that it justifies any sacrifice and great risk.
You frighten me, Holmes.
I know, sometimes I frighten myself. Enough of idle speculations, Watson. I asked you to study the figures drawn by young Davy. No doubt they are some cipher. What do you make of them? Indeed, they are open to but one possible meaning, even if it eludes me at present. As for my own enigma, I have failed to penetrate the secrets of this book. The language is archaic, and my own modest knowledge of ciphers is sorely tested. I have succeeded in drawing forth only insanities and other absurdities. According to this book, if my translation is exact, if one makes this mark with human blood, and then with conviction recites this illuminating verse, the victim is mesmerized or deemed to leave his mind. I tell you, Watson, this reads like complete gibberish. I do not know what to make of it.
How did you say it? What? These drawings, what a horror! I tell you, Holmes, this book gives me great unease, as does almost everything to do with this affair.
I just recalled, Watson. Didn't Barnes, the bookseller, tell us he had studied ancient history? Perhaps he might help us with the translation of this book. We must seek out better minds, for we are at a standstill. I have not the slightest idea where they could have taken these people and what consequences await them. Let's take our leave and see if Barnes might be of assistance.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, a real pleasure to see you. I say, where have you been? You've stayed away for some months now.
Indeed, we took a very long journey and barely made it back. However, we have more important matters to discuss. Didn't you say you have some knowledge of ancient people, their language, writings, and customs?
Indeed I did, Mr. Holmes. Why do you ask?
You are just the man we need. I ran across this esoteric text during our travels and wondered if... Is there something wrong, Barnes?
Mr. Holmes, wherever did you find this? This book, it is worthy of a museum.
If you could be so good as to translate some of these fragments for me, I would be in your debt. I am particularly interested in these pages here. They are in the poorest condition and therefore appear to be the most used.
With pleasure. I will get to work straight away and keep you informed of my progress. Strand! Get the Strand! 3 ships still missing at sea! All aboard feared lost! Get the Strand! Latest word on the missing ships!
Give me the latest edition. There's a good lad.
Thank you, mister.
Watson, consider the news of all these missing ships. I have an idea, but it will be necessary to secure a chart for the Scotland coast and nearby seas. No point in asking Barnes. I have no desire to divert his attention from the translation.
True enough, Holmes. But where else would we find such a chart?
It's elementary. It is a sea chart we seek. We must go to the harbour. Good day, sir.
Good morning to you, gentlemen. Would you care for a pint, or perhaps something finer?
Thank you, but at the moment I have need of information and will have to miss another glass of your fine ale. More's the pity. Would you happen to know where I could find charts of the local waters?
They're all kept at the harbour master's office, but I'm afraid only those with port business are allowed to enter. I trust you understand.
Precisely. What I need is a chart of the Scottish area, where all those ships have wrecked recently.
Indeed, such a sad tale. All those poor souls lost at sea. It seems as if the very devil is at work there. Hang on, a chart of the Scotland coastline, you said? It seems to me I have one in my room over there, behind the bar. Here's the key. Take it and have a look for yourself. If you find it, it's yours for the taking.
A photograph of Rochester as a young man. I have what we need, Watson. Now, let's examine this map. Watson, that's what those mysterious figures meant, longitude and latitude. They indicate a point along the Scottish coast called Ardnamurcombe. Let's bring back the key to the tavern keeper and see if he knows this place.
Did you find everything to your liking?
Indeed, you are as good as your word. I found the charts just as you said. Does the name Ardnamurcombe mean anything to you?
Ah, yes. It's a lighthouse along that very coastline. Legend has it, the place was built over a pirate's hideaway. In fact, now that I think on it, that spot is right in the middle of the tempest that is taking down all those ships. Rather odd-looking building. They say the chap who built it, Stevenson I believe his name was, that he fancied up the entrance with foreign symbols, Egyptian obelisks and even a dog with wings. Strange fixings for a lighthouse, isn't it?
Mr. Holmes, that gent Barnes is looking for you. He says to come quick, most urgent news.
Mr. Holmes, I was able to translate the pages that you wanted. Come, I will show you. This book is quite ancient. It tells of a terrifying sect devoted to strange entities. The descriptions are vague, but we can presume the origin of this myth arises from the destructive Leviathan represented in the Bible, a creature said to sleep and dream in a strange city under the sea.
A nightmare sleeping within the sea.
To be exact, the pages you asked me to translate are in fact a prayer or invocation to this entity and the description of the ceremony associated with it. To be frank, what is described in this book would make one laugh, were it not for its reliance on such horribly obscene, morbid, and bloodthirsty language.
And this ceremony, what can you tell me about it?
Promise me you will not laugh. The book says that hundreds or thousands of years ago, during a particular alignment of the stars, a priest performed these rites, invoking the name of a destructive Leviathan. The priest intoned his name and called for his return to this earth so his followers could give him his due. The priest then asked a representative of each nation on the earth to recite the invocation and sacrifice themselves to the sea from atop a colossal natural rock tower surrounded by water. All this is quite absurd, isn't it?
Pray continue, Barnes.
As you like. It goes on to say that the ceremony must be held under the image of the messenger of the outside gods. Nothing more exact is said on these entities. However, from their description, their messenger would have a form rather close to the Egyptian Sphinx, except that his face is without feature and jet black in colour. So an idol in its likeness must be present during the ceremony. But can you imagine that? Some so-called priest and an international crowd atop a tower singing in unison before some faceless winged stone lion?
I can imagine it very well, Barnes. You say that these people are to throw themselves into the sea so that their god will have his due. But what is it about? What does this god seek?
That's the most preposterous part of this tale, and proves it to be pure myth and fancy. Even for the sake of argument, this ceremony could never have happened. In such ancient times, it would have been quite impossible to gather representatives from every nation on Earth and in one place.
I understand, Barnes. Humour me a bit more, and please answer my last question. What would this Leviathan want from us?
Indeed, we would owe this creature our world. According to this, complete the ceremony and the collective sacrifice, invoke the demon, and he will arise and swallow the earth. Yes, Holmes, they sought nothing less than the end of the world. What nonsense!
Thank you, Barnes. I must leave now. Goodbye. The newspaper dating before our departure. Watson, find it. There was some article about the current alignment of the stars. This may tell us precisely how much time we have left.
But Holmes, surely you can't believe...
The newspaper, Watson. Find that newspaper. Look, Watson! The light is barely lit. This explains the shipwrecks and recent disappearances.
Holmes, if we do not find a place to land, and soon, I fear they will add our names to those poor souls lost in these seas. Oh my God! Holmes, look! The sea! It just swallowed him!
Lambs for the slaughter! Watson, we must stop this! It is sealed tight from the inside. They took particular pains to give this statue a featureless black face. This rope is hardly reliable, but it's the best that we have. Watson, here are 3 geysers of seawater. We could do well to remember what McGrinty's man said before they slit his throat. This must be the place. You know my methods, Watson. Let's examine the soil closely. I begin to think those pirate tales are more than mere superstitions.
You may well be right, Holmes. And about the ghost?
Who knows, Watson? Who knows?
Holmes!
Come on, Watson. We are men of science, aren't we? A real danger waits for us in this lighthouse, if we reach it. To reassure you, I will take the lead and go down first. Let's see. It seems to me it is rather an abrupt descent. How should we go about this?
Holmes! Can you hear me? Holmes! Are you all right?
Don't worry, Watson. I appear to still be in one piece. This rope is finished. But fortune is on our side, as the lantern is undamaged. This ground is unstable. I dare not take a step without the light.
Holmes! I will try to join you!
No, Watson, stay where you are. This rope is useless. We are quite separated, my friend. I will try to find the way to the lighthouse alone, although, to be honest, I would feel much better with a weapon at my side. No, keep your pistol. It could discharge if dropped. Here now, I have an idea. Toss me that iron bar instead.
Watch out!
Watson, what rotten luck! It is stuck!
Holmes! I can't understand what you are saying!
I can barely make him out. Bad luck, the hole must be blocked with debris. From now on, I have only my wits to serve me. This skeleton has fossilized. It must have been here for years. The only foe I could hope to beat with that is a serving of pudding, and even then only if it were lightly prepared. Poor devil, alcohol has killed him. Now it can't be used for anything. He liked his drink. Apparently too much. Still some left. This drink twists a man's gut at least 95 degrees, and age has not improved it. This should prove useful. This will do nicely as a ladder. Sails, sails, and more sails. They might serve as rags. We shall see. These beams undoubtedly came from some structure overhead. Maybe something interesting is there, but I can't make it out. Yes, there is something here. I must find a way to move this without breaking it. And there, it is done. And there, it is done. I am still alive, but I have broken my lantern. Perhaps if I call out, Watson will hear me. Unequivocally, alcohol has destroyed everything here. Watson! Watson! The storm no doubt drowns out my calls, but I need a light and only Watson can help me. I need something like a speaking cone. Watson!
What? Is that the ghost?
Watson! It's me, Holmes!
The ghost of Holmes? Whatever are you up to now?
Watson! Woohoo! Watson! Oh, good. Watson, here you are, at last.
It is definitely me, Holmes. Don't worry, I am here at my post and steady as a rock.
Rather hard of hearing lately. Sorry, my dear Watson. Would you happen to have some matches on you?
Well, yes. Take these.
Thank you, Watson. You've done all you can. Now go and find some shelter from this storm. I believe I'm on the right path now.
No bother at all, Holmes. I will be close by. Just call out, and I'm your man.
There's a good man. Where would I be without my Boswell? Some of these bones have fossilized over time. I could use them as torch handles. To fall into this crevice would mean certain death. The bomb is ready. I need something. The most vulnerable part of this device is clearly this old rusted padlock. This should prove useful. And there it is done. And there it is done. And there it is done. Yes, there is something here. To fall into this crevice would mean certain death. Closed tight. Only a person with a wooden leg should open this door. Only a person with a wooden leg. The treasure was poorly concealed after all. Why, even a child could have found it. Now we must move on to more serious concerns. Could this be a way back to the lighthouse? A truly magnificent piece, and in such good condition. Watson! Watson!
Here am I, Holmes! Did you find a way to reach the lighthouse?
Not yet, but I'm working on it. I need your help. Could you recover the mast of one of these shipwrecked boats and throw it through the fissure?
A mast, you say? Throw it through the fissure? I will do what I can, Holmes.
Hurry, Watson! This light must come from inside the lighthouse. What is that ungodly stench? No time for speculation. I must lift this stone. Oh my God!
I am very happy that... Oh, my God! What sort of madman could...
If we are to find out, we must find a way to reach the top of the lighthouse. I shall take this. I must return to the lighthouse, and quickly.
Bravo, Holmes!
How clever you are, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson. You discovered our trail and found this fool Arneson. My dear Arneson, please tell me how his hand and all that goes on in his head. I am Ashmat, true believer of the great old ones. Tremble, fools! I will fill you with lead and then stuff you with octopus!
Very interesting.
Bravo, Holmes! Bravo, Holmes! Hurry up, Holmes! Bravo, Holmes!
Take caution. He is most certainly waiting for us upstairs. I will try to lure him into range, and this time take aim at his head.
Holmes, but I have no more bullets.
Then fate is against us, Watson, unless, if his belief is his strength, perhaps it is also his weakness. Here is the place. Now, to find some blood and draw the sign of the great old ones. I must find the place where I should write the sign of the great old ones in blood. And there, it is done. Gnarch cwd holym silwrstigech sbalach.
droga! Droga!
Your friend will have a hard time, and you too, my friend. Go on, kill me. You're too late. Nothing will stop the master from finishing his work.
And why is that?
The door is locked with a padlock, and as long as my friend's alive, you'll never have that key. He surely crushed your pathetic friend. Believe me, he's a better man in a fight than me.
Cease your prattle. Where is the key?
Here comes my friend.
Where is the key? Listen, you fool. What is the good of this great event if you lose your head and hands to a sword?
You're right, my dear. Anyway, you'll never get that key so long as my friend's alive. He has it deep and safe in his own... Oh, oh, oh!
Holmes, I am in time.
As always, Watson, as always.
I was quite fortunate. The fall broke the neck of my attacker, but I got off lightly, just some bruises.
I am happy to see you safe and sound. Now, we must reach the top of the lighthouse. The door is securely fastened and with a formidable lock. The man over there, or rather down there, he told me that while this Hindi was alive, I couldn't have the key. Now, where could he have hidden it?
You do not think that he could have...
Yes, Watson, you once again grasped the obvious. He must have swallowed the key. I will have to...
No, Holmes. I am the doctor here, and we have little time. Sword?
I need something. Watson!
Holmes, at last here you are. Our informants did not lie. You are a most resourceful and cunning man, and you will have your reward, for you will be in the first box waiting his return. He is near. Can't you hear him? Can't you feel his breath? Leave them.
It is time to stop this madness, Lord Rochester. All those people sacrificed for nothing.
Flesh. Nothing but soft flesh.
Think of your mother. She never gave up. She always loved you, always searched for you.
A soft-fleshed creature with no more value than dust. My true mother is the deep blue abyss where my master awaits. He summons me to join the light of abyss. Join us, Holmes, and you will be part of the dream. Sing with me now. Sing!
Do something, Holmes! I won't be able to keep them back for much longer. And, my God, the sea is rising! Holmes! Make haste, or we are lost!
Stand firm, Watson! There may be a way! The light! I found it, Watson! Light dispels darkness! I must fire up the lighthouse! Hold fast, Watson! I must continue searching or all is lost! Impossible. 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 I need something.
Bravo, Holmes!
Ah, no! Cast out this light! Continue the ceremony! Sing! We must sing!
You will never reach the end of your song, Rochester. Take heed as your choir is leaving. Come with me. This place is dangerous.
You don't understand, Holmes. He is here. He has come.
Rochester!
I called you. You came. Take me. I belong to you. The world is yours. Oh, great!
A singular destiny was the fate of young Lord Rochester. Those who saved him from drowning in those dark waters off the Indian coast served only to cast him into the true abyss, that of madness, a brilliant young man of noble blood whose intelligence was perverted to the service of appalling ancient rites. What did he see or envision that transformed him into such a beast? To bring all those wretched souls to the slaughterhouse like so many sheep, then assemble a confederacy of criminals and psychopaths like the sinister Dr. Gyjax, who used the sale of precious stones to ensure only the purest and most robust racial specimens were obtained for his purposes. Such men who would survive not only a long voyage imprisoned in the depths of a ship's hold, but the torture and drugs intended to hammer into their brains a sordid litany from the end of ages. Monster and genius, one and the same. Next was the discreet placement of his men in cities ideally located to secure representatives of every nation on Earth. Blacks and Chinese gathered in the Americas, the people of Oceania and Asia in London, Eastern and Central Europeans gathered in Switzerland. Their delivery timed to the exact moment and place dictated by ancient rites and a precise stellar alignment. Finally, to find the only building perched over the water, where the builder had the convenient caprice to install Egyptian statues and then to eliminate the lone occupant, taking their place by posing as their nephew and traditional heir to the post. Did genius create the evil, or evil the genius?
You are awake, Holmes?
Your moans got the better of my sleep, Watson. I assume you had the nightmare again?
Indeed, Holmes. And this time the memories of that dreadful adventure were so vivid and real. Everything came back to me, as if it were happening again.
All the better, Watson. It is because you had begun to forget. The best therapy would have been for you to write on the subject, but what we saw and endured must never be revealed.
True, Holmes. We have never even spoken on it. But do you believe that had we failed, if we had not arrived in time, if this strange ritual had seen its end?
Who knows, Watson? Who knows? But you speak of the past. What troubles me more is the future.
Whatever do you mean?
We eliminated, or have every reason to think so, a formidable threat to our society, but by doing so, we resurrected another, a hidden danger, one laden with hate and moved by vengeance, a ticking bomb, waiting, and a danger wearing a face I know far too well.